So Mark Zuckerberg is hanging out with this guy, right? So there they are. So Mark Zuckerberg has quietly recommended campaign hires to Pete Buttigieg. In the emails, Zuckerberg recommended potential campaign hires, and 2 of them are now on his staff. Eric Mayevsky, senior digital analyst, and Nina Warnoff, an organizing data manager. Zuckerberg, 35, and Buttigieg, 37, overlapped at Harvard. And Buttigieg was friends with 2 of Zuckerberg's fucking roommates. He was also one of the Facebook's first 300 users. Buttigieg was one of the first 300 Facebook users, okay? The staff recommendations from Zuckerberg are the first evidence of the Facebook CEO actively assisting a presidential campaign. So he says, here's what just happened. The Iowa Democratic Party and the DNC sat on remaining results to release right before Mayor Pete does a CNN town hall. They then pretend to declare him the winner when there are specific problems yet to be fixed that would make Bernie win. Think about the level of coordination it takes to try to pull off such a brazen, fraudulent move. It takes the Iowa Democratic Party, the DNC, and CNN all working in cahoots. Okay, that's what's happening. And so when I want to put up a video up on Facebook, that guy that's critical of Buttigieg, that guy then has his fucking goons do this to me. False information in this post. So I put a video up, said DNC flipping votes to favor Buttigieg, and this is what they did. Independent fact checkers at Lead Stories say this post has false information. To help stop the spread of false news, a notice will be added to your post if you decide to share this. So that's what people were showing when they wanted to put that video on Facebook. And who's the guy? This is the guy, Ryan Cooper, who did the story that said my thing was fake news. And Ryan Cooper is a staff writer and a fact checker for Lead Stories and is the former director of programming at CNN International. So they're in cahoots with the DNC and now they're fucking perusing my Facebook timeline, trying to fucking get my videos telling the truth about it, called fake fucking news. You know what's fake news? CNN when they report on Syria. This was a hoax. The gas attacks were a hoax. And guess who figured it out? Fucking jagoff comedian Jimmy Dore in his garage. And guess who pushed a hoax? Guess who pushed a hoax and fake news to the hills that would get us into a war? Guess it's CNN, and here it is.
And there's definitely something that stings.
Yeah, it stings. That's how you know they're using a chemical weapon, because a CNN reporter sniffed it, didn't die. Because if you thought there was poison on a backpack, the first thing you do would be like, well, let me sniff it. Where do I sniff it? I'm a reporter, I have to sniff poison. What does it smell like, Graham? What does that smell like?
A false flag.
That's what it smells like.
Definitely false flag, right? Yeah.
Well, false flag kind of has that.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
On your roof
So
of your
that's
mouth.
CNN's reporting. And my show debunks their bullshit, but now Facebook is in bed with Buttigieg, and they have these fucking hall monitor cocksuckers who come from the military and CNN to try to say what I'm saying isn't true. And those guys are full of shit, and I'm here to show you. Okay.
Jimmy, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm pretty sure this water is poison.
Wait a minute,
Take a sip.
Hold on, let me see if it's poison.
Does it taste weird?
Yep, that's poison. That's a chemical weapon. Absolutely chemical weapon. Done deal. Chemical weapon. Yep. Russia, Syria. That's it.
So the DNC, if you follow my show, had announced on Thursday that they were taking over the counting of the votes. After the 62% was reported, the DNC then, I'm I'm like, why is the DNC taking over the counting of the votes? Doesn't anybody in Iowa know how to count votes? So then we showed you how they were taking votes from Bernie, giving them to Deval Patrick, Tom Steyer, and Pete Buttigieg. I showed you that. The headline of my video was DNC caught flipping votes for Buttigieg. And whatever they did, it was to boost him. And so then this place called Lead Stories, which is working for Zuckerberg at Facebook, they take my video and they say fake news. DNC did not caught flipping votes from, and then here it is, misleading headline. Not only that, but under here it says, read all about the latest hoaxes, fake news, and pranks. So there's nothing fake about my fucking reporting. Not a goddamn thing. They're quibbling with my headline. That's a quibble. That's not a hoax or fucking fake news, and they fucking know it, but the word is out that Jimmy Dore is onto their bullshit, and people are starting to listen to him, so we have to get these cocksuckers out to make sure we discredit him. I said the DNC got caught flipping votes. They go, Dore did not offer specific evidence that the DNC deliberately flipped votes. What the fuck? I offered evidence that they did it. Not that they...
Deliberately?
And it's deliberately or not, they fucking did it. It happened. That's a fact. And these fact checkers are fucking paid propagandists right from the intelligence community to squash people like me who are telling the fucking truth. They go, while Dore pointed out that Buttigieg for a time had 10 more delegates than the numbers Schwartz maintained that the former mayor had. For a time? You mean they got caught? You mean they gave 10 more delegates to Buttigieg, right. Then they got fucking caught doing it, and then they corrected it after they got fucking caught, you piece of shit propagandist liar? I love how he goes, there is no reporting to suggest that the mistake was the result of the DNC flipping votes. There is reporting. And you know who reported it? Fucking me. Why is my reporting discredited when CNN's obvious bullshit reporting is not discredited? Oh, that's right, because you're all in collusion, you fucking establishment tools, to squash any independent voices that go against the establishment narrative. That's why. My reporting, my fucking reporting, which is better than CNN's on any fucking day. So this is what would come up. So I said Facebook news equals fake news. They are telling people that the accurate information in my news report about vote flipping in Iowa is false. My news report was flagged by a guy named Ryan Cooper, who works for CNN and supports Buttigieg. This is how the establishment rigs elections. Now, the guy who's the editor of that Lead Story bullshit website that debunking my story, his name is Alan Duke, right? Editor-in-chief, Lead Stories. What the fuck? Where did you come from, you piece of shit? You fucking Facebook hall monitor? What fucking intelligence community asshole tapped you to do this, right? Okay. He goes, more fake news from Jimmy Dore. Not surprising. Ryan Cooper does not work for CNN. He works for Lead Stories. Also, the claims he supports Buttigieg is made up. Do better, Jimmy. Well, the motherfucker was the director of programming at CNN International. You fucking know that, you cocksucker. And what this guy says, while it's true that Ryan Cooper does not currently work for CNN, Ryan did work for CNN at one time. Alan's omission of this detail might mislead people into thinking that Ryan never worked for CNN. Thinking Ryan still worked for CNN may just be an honest mistake. since he fucking worked for them for 20 years and he was their international fucking director of programming. To say he doesn't work there is misleading, you fact-checking cocksucker motherfucker. And now we all know you're full of shit.
So, just a PSA, somebody, when you go home tonight, get a screenshot of Ryan's LinkedIn page before it's too late.
Yeah.
Email it to us, we'll keep it on file.
So guys from CNN, who I have made a living debunking their fucking bullshit, are now coming at me saying I'm fake news when I'm exposing their establishment cheating. So fuck Ryan Cooper and fuck Lead Stories, and the Jimmy Dore Show ain't stopping.
You know,
That's right. I go, here is Alan Duke, who went from the military to CNN and now is current Facebook propagandist working directly for Zuckerberg to boost Buttigieg by smearing anyone telling the truth about the cheating in Iowa. We are over the target and taking lots of flack from the intelligence community lackeys. There you go. So that's that story.
you know, I wonder how far they'll go to, like, debunk further Jimmy Dore Show videos. Like, you'll see another article from Lead Stories, and, like, if you watch this video, they imply that on the back of Pete's head is a control panel and he's a robot. There's no evidence that that's true.
Fact check. Graham Elwood is actually not a World Wrestling Federation wrestler, as he once claimed on stage in Tempe, Arizona.
Come see a live Jimmy Dore Show. We just added February 28th in Burbank, California. We'll also be in Miami and Chicago. Go to jimmydorcomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our live shows, and become a premium member at jimmydorcomedy.com/join. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Thanks for your support.